drawings back, just until you get your view. How very thoughtful. Or did Crawford send you for one last wheedle before you're both booted off the case? Nobody sent me. I came on my own. People will say we're in love. Pity you tried to fool me, isn't it? Pity for poor Catherine. Tick-tock. The movie The Silence of the Lambs came out in 1991. It follows the story of a young FBI agent, Clarice, on a brand new case to find out the identity of the recent killer, Buffalo Bill, and to save his latest victim. She finds herself with a unlikely ally, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who a psychiatrist before turning into a serial killer who just so happens to eat his victims. The two allies are seen in this scene. In this scene, Clarice and Dr. Lecter are about to find out who the identity of Buffalo Bill is and look back on Clarice's childhood memories. Dr. Lecter, you find out everything. You couldn't have talked with this William Rubin even once and come out knowing so little about him. You made him up, didn't you? Clarice, you're hardly in a position to accuse me of lying. I think you were telling me the truth in Baltimore. Please tell me the truth now. I studied the case file. Have you? Everything you need to know to find him is right here in these pages. Whatever his name is. Then tell me how. First principles, Clarice. Simplicity. Read Marcus Aurelius. Of each particular thing, ask, what is it in itself? What's its nature? What does he do, this man you seek? He goes with, no! That's incidental. What is the first and principal thing he does? What need does he serve by killing? Anger, social resentment, sexual no. He covets. That's his nature. How do we begin to covet, Clarice? Do we seek out things to covet? Make an effort to answer? No, no, precisely. We begin by coveting what we see every day. Don't you feel eyes moving over your body, Clarice? I hardly see how you couldn't. And don't your eyes move over things that you want? All right, then tell me how. No, it's your turn to tell me, Clarice. You don't have any more vacations to sell on Anthrax Island. Why did you run away from that ranch? Dr. Lecter, where there's time, this is all the time you'll ever have. Later, listen, I'll listen now. After your father's murder, you were orphaned. You were 10 years old. You went to live with cousins on a sheep and horse ranch in Montana. And one morning, I just ran away. Not just, Clarice. What set you off? What time did you start? Early. Still dark. Then something woke you up. What did you dream? What was it? I heard a strange sound. What was it? I don't know. I went to look. Screaming. Some kind of screaming. Like a child's voice. What did you do? I got dressed without turning the lights on. I went downstairs, outside. I crept up to the barn. I was so scared to look inside, but I had to. And what did you see, Clarice? Lambs. The lambs were screaming. They were slaughtering the spring lambs. Yes, they were away. No. First I tried to free them. I opened the gate to their pen, but they wouldn't run. They just stood there, confused. They wouldn't run. But you could. You did. I took one lamb and I ran as fast as I could. Where were you going? I don't know. I had no food or water. It was very cold. I thought if I could even just save one. But he got so heavy. I didn't get more than a few miles before the sheriff's car found me. The ranger was so angry, he sent me to live at the St. Lutheran's orphanage in Boston. I never saw the ranch again. But what became of your lamb? You still wake up sometimes, don't you? Wake up in the dark with the lambs screaming. Yes. Do you think if you saved Catherine, you can make them stop? Do you think if Catherine lives, you won't wake up in the dark ever again to the screaming of the lambs? Do you?